Hello everyone. So today we are working with this cut file that I cut out for my Cricut. I found it in Cricut Design Space and I backed the file off camera so you didn't have to watch me do that. I already know that I want this school rules border to be across the page, and I'm just going through my papers that I have in my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit and seeing what paper I want to use on the bottom. So you'll see me shuffle through quite a few papers. I like a few of them, and I set the ones that I like to the side. I really liked that composition, and I almost went with that pattern, but I actually decided to use a different pattern, and you'll see which one I chose in just a minute. So there were a lot of options that would have really matched well with the colors in the cut file. And these are the papers that I'm kind of making up my mind on. And ultimately, I end up going with the this lined graph paper from Chamel. And I just cut it down to fit in that space down at the bottom. And everything is just backed on some craft cardstock. I haven't used craft in a while. It used to be one of my favorite things to use in scrapbooking. So it felt good to kind of pull it out and work with it again. I feel like craft really goes well with um, the primary colors that are in like school collections. And you can see I had to recut the paper because it was still a little bit too long. But now it's gotten to the point where I can just hide that extra bit underneath that school rules border. And I'm just playing around with the layers of paper. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a lot of layers at the bottom or just a few layers because the top is already so busy with that cut file. I decided to take this teal paper, and although I'm using the teal side of it, I'm gonna cut it according to the lines on the back for the cut aparts because I want to be able to use those cut aparts for other layouts. So I want to use those lines as a guide. And I just kind of decided to go with a simple mat. It has bricks on one side, but I'm going to be using this teal side. I decided to go with that for a photo mat. And then I'm going to use these cut aparts as a title. And this cut apart, I just cut it out and I added some photo corners to it. And I really liked how that looked. So even though the bottom of the page is very simple, it's not overwhelming to the eye because that the cut file is already so busy, like I said. And then this is a picture of my daughter on her first day of kindergarten. This was a while ago. She's now in fourth grade. And I'm just taping down the picture. I'm just kind of offsetting it instead of having it sit center um, on that on that piece of paper, just to kind of give it some interest. And then I add this cute little apple, and I really like how that looks, but I do end up moving it because eventually the top gets very busy, and that little apple is just kind of competing with the other embellishments that I added. So you can see I'm going through all my embellishments that I have in this kit. I'm just adding all the school related things to the top and using those circles as kind of a guide of where to place the embellishments. And that little craft banner kind of just got lost in the because it was the same color of as the wood in the background. It just kind of got lost, so I didn't use that. I add this little pencil, and I also add a banner. It says A is for apple. And then I just start pulling out some of the cork embellishments that came with this, the that came with the Good Old Days collection. And I just add those to the cut file along with some of the cork stars. And I just kind of move them around to get them where I want them. And then I also add some of these little sticker hearts along with some extra stars. I'm not adding embellishments to every circle, but most of the circles have embellishments. And then for the banner, I added a little toothpick at the bottom along with another banner with another toothpick just to give that pennant flag feel to it. I really like adding these to my pages. It's one of my favorite embellishments next to tags, and I really like how that looks. And then I'm going to use some foam dots to pop some of the embellishments up. I don't pop all of them up, but I do pop a few of them up just to give an extra layered look. And then as a finishing touch, I add this black and white washi tape to the border to bring some of that black from up top down towards the bottom. I feel like this really completes the layout. And I struggled a little bit because I didn't get it quite straight, so I had to straighten it out and kind of follow the grid of the notebook paper down at the bottom. And then I just take the ends and curl them into the back. And that's pretty much my finished layout. So here's some close-ups. This layout came together really fast. Thank you for watching. Bye.